let's get to it. Now, starting with Super Team 1, we're going to have Blood Knights over here on the left flank for that huge anti-large cavalry. They're very, very powerful indeed. Got Tomb Guard behind them. Looks like 3 Tomb Guard. We are going to have Archon the Black, as well as a Tomb Prince, and the Sphinx of Usep over here. We're also going to be looking at a 4th Tomb Guard, and then 5 units of zombies with the Conensting Stalkers, the ROR Skeleton Warriors. We have a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, and then we have 2 White Kings. White Kings will have Scab Scrath on them, nothing else. Now, that looks like it rounds out the Undead army, minus the Lord in the Air, who I missed, who is going to be a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Woo! Over here for the Skaven and Lizardmen forces being brought by Great Crusaders, we're going to have Skaven Slaves. Up front, we got Clan Rat Spears. We have Saurus Warriors with shields. Storm Vermin with sword and shield. And then we're also going to have Storm Vermin with halberds being the Council Guard, the albino rats that are unbreakable. Also have some ancient salamander, some salamander hunting pack on the field. Warp Lightning Cannon, 2 of those. And then we're going to have more Clan Rat Spears, some Saurus Spears in the back line. For the rest of the leadership here, we have a Skink Priest of Heavens. Skink Priest will have Uranus Thunderbolt and Harmonic Convergence. We got a Greyseer of Plague here. And then, oh my goodness, guys. Who is this? Is this Nakai the Wanderer? I don't think I've ever seen him in a tournament before. And I am so excited. No matter what the outcome of this battle is, these guys have won my heart. Oh, Nakai the Wanderer, you beautiful crocodile, you. Ah, so cool. Anyways, let's get to the battle now. Warp Lightning Cannons are going to continue firing away. And they're on a mission to kill these White Kings by the looks of it. Although I would probably just delete the Corpse Cart first because of the passive healing it provides to units in the area of effect. But I suppose either one of those units, if they can kill them, is good. Spirit Leech being thrown down on top of the Greyseer of Plague. But it's okay, he don't mind. He's just up on top of his bell having a good old time. His little feet scampering to stay on top. Probably my favorite animation of the game. Those guys are so awesome. Blood Dragon Lord is over here. Looks like he's going to summon something, maybe. Oh, but look at this. The Salamander Hunting Pack coming in. He's going to do that cast of Skeleton Wars and Overcast. But he's going to take some damage from the Miscast and the Salamander Hunting Pack. And I doubt these Skeleton Warriors are going to hold on for too long against Sacred Croxagore, Rat Ogres, and Nakai the Wanderer. And it looks like the artillery's in guard mode, because yeah, as long as it's in guard mode, even if there's people attacking it, it can still keep shooting. Over here, Blood Knights came out, charged into Skaven Slave Spears and Saurus Warriors by the looks of it. See what happens there. And now the Necrosphinx of Usep is actually coming in. And we'll see what the Skaven and Lizardmen do against it. I suppose Nakai with the Council Guard could do okay against the Sphinx of Usep, especially if the Sacred Croxagore come in there to help block and keep it in place. Sacred Croxagore, speaking of, are going to have a Harmonic Convergence cast down on them. Nakai the Wanderer and them are going to dive in on top of those Blood Knights, who actually have 44% physical resistance popped, which isn't going to matter against those Sacred Croxagore with their magical attacks. Oh my goodness. A big blob fight developing here, but the Salamander Hunting Pack going to start firing in. Unfortunately, they're going to be hitting the Greyseer on accident. Friendly fire going on here. Going to be looking at some more Skeleton Warriors getting summoned, this time on top of the Salamander Hunting Pack. And then we're going to be seeing a Clan Rat summon coming down here. Unholy Clamor has been popped, so you can hear those bells ringing through the valley beneath the Tower of Hoeth. But at this point, look at it. I mean, the Plague Priest is, the Greyseer is just getting dominated by the Tomb Prince as well as Archon the Black right now. And he is just taking so much damage. Spirit Leech down there too, but now Archon may be in trouble as the Sacred Croxagore turn around. They have him pinned in place between Saurus Spears and Croxagore, so he may not be able to escape. Coming over here, there's just madness. Non-stop madness, I tell you people. The Sphinx of Usep is very low on health at a critical binding, but it looks like terror has kicked in on the Skaven over here, and that's going to buy them some time to pull out, maybe escape the wrath of the Storm Vermin with halberds and the Council Guard. They absolutely need to get out of there, but this is a summon of Storm Vermin, so it looks like the dreaded 13th spell being cast down. Warp Lightning coming down here, actually doing some nice damage on top of the Corpse Cart. Salamander Hunting Cat coming back along with some Warp Lightning Cannon crews. And it looks like they're going to start firing again, but unfortunately it just seems like the Lightning Cannons aren't positioned very well right now. And they have a very difficult angle of fire to hit any of the units they're trying to aim for. Nakai the Wanderer still going strong. Blood Vampire Lord trying to get on top of him. Oh, Scabscrath going down, and that was beautifully placed. Going through a whole formation of Clan Rat Spears there. Oh, Nakai is going after him. And now he's kind of pinned on top of the artillery. So the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is taking a ton of damage, but look at this. Helm of Discord has been popped, really debuffing Nakai's combat ability, and he's losing health. In comes the Necro Sphinx of Usep as well, also diving in on Nakai, and Nakai the Wanderer is just taking a ton of damage. He's shaking it off. He's getting back into the fight. Oh, but terror kicking in. Oh my goodness, guys. I think we may have just seen the moment where the Lizardmen and Skaven forces lose this fight as Nakai the Wanderer terror routes. Oh, never mind. He's back in the fight. However, we see a Tomb Prince coming in to try to finish him off. Saurus Warriors supporting, though. Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is coming over. Oh, Nakai. He just punched him in the head. Yeah, there goes Nakai, but Rat Ogre's coming in like, man, so many resources being thrown into this fight, trying to save Nakai. He has Harmonic Convergence on top of himself, Cold-Blooded to keep that leadership high, and with the Rat Ogres over here, it looks like he was able to escape, and look at this, the Tomb Prince now is crumbling and about to die. The Vampire Lord is going to be able to get up into the air and escape, though, but not, he's going to dive right back in on top of Nakai. Oh, Spirit Leech. And that's probably going to be all she wrote. Vampire Lord taking a ton of damage there. Oh my god. Another Cold-Blooded going down on top of Nakai, but can only last so long. Down here, the Feral Bastillodon is helping out the Salamander Hunting Pack in combat with these zombies down here, but I would send this Feral Bastillodon up into these engagements, honestly. Nakai the Wanderer is routing again. The Ushapti summon has come down. And I'm going to imagine that this Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is going to come over here to dive into Nakai and make sure he stays dead, but actually he's going to hold over this formation using his Helm of Discord. A wise decision, actually, making sure he uses that Helm of Discord in this big blob of combat, and he can just go chase off Nakai once it's over, and it looks like he's going to go do just that. Another summon of Skeleton Warriors going down here, and the balance of power is dead even, guys. Dead even. These players are putting up one hell of a fight. Both teams just playing their hearts out. And Feral Bastillodon getting a nice 2-for-1 there, knocking both of the White Kings back very far away from the Skink Priest of Heavens, who is going to be... I mean, everything is important at this stage in the battle. The balance of power is starting to slip in favor of the undead forces from Super Team 1. But what's going to happen, chat? Over here, got some Tomb Guard fighting it out with Saurus Warriors and Skaven Slave Spears. And coming out over here to the main engagements, you know, it's just continuing to be a big blob fight here at the front line. Skink Priest of Heavens is starting to waver. Skeleton Warriors, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that he was wavering there. It seems like his infantry should be winning this fight. Well, at least the Council Guard and the Skaker Crosscore seem to be fine. But White Kings are diving into combat now, chasing after that Feral Bastillodon. And I just don't know how much more damage the Lizardmen forces can take before they start to suffer some leadership penalties. However, on the bright side, Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is down to 726 HP. So he's really got to be careful. But there he goes, popping Heart Piercing and Heart Piercing. Oh, just kidding, that's one ability, but holy cow. He just melted that Skink Priest of Heavens when he dove in there. And that's really going to start taking its toll on the Great Crusaders army. Archon the Black coming into the combat now. Two White Kings are in combat, and now the Feral Bastillodon looks like it may start having troubles. And yeah, if this infantry goes into a chain route, then the Feral Bastillodon is all on its own. And there's nothing they can do from there. And the balance of power is just starting to creep out of favor for the Great Crusaders. And I think we're going to be seeing an undead victory going to Super Team 1 in the first round of this best of 5.
Run away! Run away! Ah! Must flee!
One second, I'm going to let my dogs in. Not my fault. How are you doing, Crusader? It's been a while, bud. Hope you're doing well. That was a great game. I enjoyed that immensely. It's hard to keep track of what's going on sometimes in 2v2s, but yeah, that was still an epic battle. And 173 kills on these Stormburn with Sword and Shield, 74 on the Council Guard. The Gracier Plague, I like that pick a lot. Unfortunately, yeah, that Necrosphinx was able to get a lot of damage on him very quickly. Coming down to the Lizardmen army. 208 on the Sacred Croc score. Nice. And the Source Warrior is obviously doing very, very well. But Nakai, he was dishing out a lot of damage, and holy shit, I just respect that so much. I love seeing Nakai, the Wanderer, in tournament battle. Rarely see that guy, and he's a cool looking unit, has some awesome attack animations, but you don't see him too often in competitive play because he is rather pricey. Over here for the vampire units though, Blood Knights, Blood Knights are so good. There's really few matchups where they aren't useful, but getting some good kills, but also getting eliminated, as we saw there. Pretty much the only units at the end there were the White King and the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, but the Tomb King army here focusing on just 2 anti-large units, as well as some really durable infantry, and then Archon, of course, to spam that Spirit Leech and get those summons down. I mean, very competitive builds to both teams. I really don't have any critiques as far as the builds goes. I think both teams had a very clear path to victory there, and it really just came down to who played it better. And, you know, obviously, it is a foolish general who does not take luck seriously. So gotta trust Julius Caesar there. Luck is a big deal when it comes to battles sometimes. Not to take away from the skill, but, you know, you never know when one slight mishap may turn the battle around completely. But holy cow, what a